Hi, Algebra 2. This is the notes on our next section. So I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. Divide each side by -3. So 135 divided by -3 is -45. Root, don't forget the plus minus. So I'm going to get 45 breaks down to 9 and 5. So that's going to give me 3i root 5. Don't forget the plus minus. All right, number 2, we're going to go ahead and add 2 to both sides. Divide each side by 5. Root, don't forget the plus minus. X minus 2 is equal to plus or minus 3i. And then add 2 to both sides. Remember, you can't add that 2 and the 3i together or subtract them. Okay, so all right, so if we take a look at this next one, we're going to multiply together. So negative times negative is going to give me positive. And then I can break 45 down to 9 and 5, which is 3 root 5. I multiply, I could multiply if I go negative times negative, that's fine. And then 14 is the same thing as 7 times 2. 21 is 7 times 3. 7 times 7 is 49, so the square root of that's 7, so I get 7 root 6. Notice there's no plus or minus because I got rid of the negative component. Number 3, we can break negative times negative is positive. 45 is 9 times 5. Square root of 9 is 3. Square root of 25 is 5. So 2 times 3 times 5. So that's 6 times 5. So we wind up with 30. This one gives me 24i squared. And you know that I squared is equal to -1. So you get 24 times -1, which is just -24. This one, I'm going to bring an I outside, so I get 2i squared outside because the original one. I squared is -1, so 2 times -1 is -2, so I get -2 root 5. Number 6, we get -14i, and then I get 3i. So remember, there's going to be a plus or minus with that component. So 14 times 3 is going to give me plus or minus 42i squared. I guess we don't even need the plus or minus because that's now just going to give me -42 because I squared is -1. And then we're done. Add or subtract, I can add them or subtract them, so that's just going to give me 16i. The i's don't improve. 3i minus 4i is -1i or -i plus 7i. It's going to give me 6i. If I FOIL this out, I get -5 times 2 is -10. -5 times -11i is going to give me positive 55i. And then I get plus 12i. And then I wind up with -66i squared. Okay, so these I can combine together, which is going to give me 67i. This is going to give me positive 66 because I squared is -1. Positive 66 minus 10 is 56. So I'll wind up with 56 plus 67i. Normally the I comes last on those. On this one, I can drop the first set of parentheses. The second set of parentheses, I'm going to distribute the negative. So let's go ahead and combine like terms. So that's going to give me -2 plus 5i. This one is going to be done the same way as the last one. Plus 2 plus 3i. Combine those together, and those go away. So I just wind up with 6i. I can drop these parentheses, and then I get -18 minus 15i. Go ahead and combine all like terms. So -3i plus i is -2i. It's going to give me -17i minus 6. Then they want us to solve for x and for y. Okay, so this goes with the positive components. -5x equals 10. Divide each side by -5, so I wind up with -2. And then I'm going to go negative yi equals 8i. So that's going to just solve to give me y equals -8. On this one, it looks like we have some like terms to see, can we combine anything? Can't combine anything. So we're trying to solve for x and y. So I get 3x plus 1 equals 2x. Subtract 3x from both sides, so I get, that's an x. Negative x, so x equals -1. And I'm going to take this part, set it equal to each other, so I get 3yi equals 4yi. Oh, we had that too, didn't we? Okay, so 3i y 2i equals 4yi. I can go ahead and factor a y and I out of both of those. Divide each side by I. Subtract 3 from both sides. There we go. All right, the worksheet for the homework, use this as a guide. If you just copy it, you're going to goof things up. So that's going to give me root 18. 18 breaks down to 9 and 2 squared to 9 is 3, so I get 3 root 2. This one's going to give me 150, which is 25 times 6. Square root 25 is 5, so I get 5 root 6. On this one, I'm going to multiply those together, so that's going to give me 100, so that's just going to wind up giving me 10i for an answer. This one is going to give me 4i. Bring the I out because of the negative. 18 breaks down to 9 and 2, square root of 9. And then I'm going to wind up with 12i squared, root 2. I squared is -1, so I'm going to get -12 root 2. Done. That's going to give me -10i to the third. I to the third is equal to -i. So that's going to give me just 10i for an answer. If I square this one, I'm going to wind up, it's going to be positive because of squaring that. And then I get -100. That's going to give me just 10i. We can leave the plus minus off some of these for right now. We combine like terms, that's going to give me 3i. Combine like terms, that's going to give me -6i. Go ahead and drop the parentheses of both, so it's going to give me 9 minus 5i. On this one, I'm going to distribute the negatives, so that's going to give me 3i plus 2i is 5i minus 5. Go ahead and drop the parentheses and distribute the negative over the right ones. Combine like terms, so I'm going to get -9 plus 5i. Go ahead and drop the parentheses and distribute the 2 over the right one. So that's going to give me 6i, and that's -2i. So that's going to give me 6i. And then 7 minus 22 is -15 plus 6i. All right, if we want to solve for x, so we're just going to get x equals 5. Then I get yi equals -10i. Divide both sides by I, so y is equal to -10. I'm going to get 4x equals -6. Divide each side by 4, so that becomes -3 over 2 when we reduce it. 7i equals yi. Divide each side by I, so I'm going to get 7 is equal to y. That's solved. I'm going to get 2x equals 16. X is equal to 8. 3yi equals -18i. Divide each side by I. 3y equals -18. Divide each side by 3. That's -6. For this one, I get 3x is equal to 5x plus 1. Subtract 5x from both sides. Divide each side by 1. And then I'm going to get yi equals 2i. Divide each side by I, so y is equal to 2. On this one, go ahead and root. Don't forget the plus minus. And so I'm going to get an I. 54 is going to break down to 9 and 6. So that's going to give me 3I root 6 plus or minus. Go ahead and subtract 2 from both sides. That's going to give me negative 15 root. So R is equal to I root 15. Don't forget the plus minus. Number 9, we're going to go ahead and subtract 4 from both sides. Root, don't forget the plus minus. So N is equal to plus or minus 4I. Divide each side by negative 3. Root, don't forget the plus minus. So I'm going to get an I in there. 8 is going to break down to 4 times 2 squared of 4 is 2, so 2I root 2. Okay, and this is going to be 2 lessons in one. So let's go ahead and do this. If you're watching this, remember this is going to be Wednesday's video as well. So that's going to give me 12I squared. I squared is equal to negative 1, so I get negative 12. This is going to give me 49I squared. I squared is negative 1, so that's negative 49. That's going to give me 9I squared. Negative I squared is negative 1, so that's negative 9. Distribute, I'm going to get 4I plus 3I squared. I squared is negative 1, so I'm going to get negative 3 plus 4I. I can just drop the parentheses, so that's going to give me 6 plus I. It's done. Distribute the negative over that. So negative 2 minus 6 is negative 8. Negative 3I minus 5I is negative 8I. Go ahead and distribute over the parentheses here. So I'm going to get 10I minus 20I squared. I squared is negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 20 is positive 20 plus 10I. Go ahead and FOIL this one. That's going to give me 5 minus 2I plus 15I minus 6I squared. I squared is negative 1, so that's going to become a positive 6. Add that to 5. Number 3, we're going to go ahead and FOIL it. So negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. Negative 2 times 5I is negative 10I. Negative 5I times negative 2 is positive 10I. And negative 5I times negative 5I, or positive 5I, is negative 25I squared. I squared is negative 1 times 20, negative 25. Add that, so that's going to give me 29, and those looks like they cancel out. On this one, I'm going to get 9 minus 12I plus 12I minus 16I squared. Those cancel out. Negative 16I squared. I squared is negative 1, so that's going to be positive 16. That's going to give me 25 for an answer. Okay, so complex numbers are as A plus BI. Okay. All right, so find the complex conjugate. So the complex conjugate is going to be 3 minus 8I. This one will be 4 plus 7I. So remember, a conjugate is one sign different. This will give me 5I. This is going to give me negative 2 minus 10I, and we're done. When we rationalize, multiply top and bottom by 2I, so that's going to give me 6I on top over 4I squared. I squared is negative 1. So that's going to give me 6I over negative 4. Reduce that. That's going to give me 3I negative over 2. On this one, I'm going to multiply the top and bottom by 4, the conjugate. So 4 plus I. So on top, I'm going to get 28I plus 7I squared. On the bottom, I'm going to get 16 minus I squared. Remember, the middle terms fall out with the conjugates. That's going to give me minus 7, so I'm going to get negative 7 plus 28I. On bottom, that's going to give me 17 because I squared is negative 1 times the negative. Number 11, we're going to go ahead and multiply top and bottom by 1 plus 3I. And we're going to FOIL those together, so it's going to give me 6 plus 18I plus 2I plus 6I squared. On bottom, I'm going to get 1 minus 9I squared. Again, the middle terms fall out. Combine like terms, that's going to give me a negative 6. That cancels out. So that's going to give me 20I on top. On bottom, I'm going to get 1 plus 9, which is 10. Reduce that, so I just come up with 2I for an answer. Number 12, we're going to go ahead and multiply top and bottom by the conjugate, so I get 1 minus 4i and 1 negative 1 minus 4i. FOIL the top, that's going to give me negative 2 minus 8i minus 3i plus or minus 12i squared. On bottom, I'm going to get 1, negative 1, or positive 1 minus 16i squared. So on top, I'm going to get this will be positive 12 minus 2 is 10 minus 11i over 16i squared. So that's going to give me 17 on bottom. And there we go. All right, there's the worksheet that goes along with that homework. So if you just copy this down, that doesn't mean you know it. Use this as a guide. So distribute over negative 7. That's going to give me 42 minus 14i. Done. This one's going to give me 36i squared. I squared is negative 1, so I get negative 36. And this one, that's going to give me 12i squared. 12i squared is negative 12, so negative 12 distributed over. It's going to give me negative 12 plus 24i. Go ahead and FOIL this one. That's going to give me 10 plus 15i plus 20i plus 30i squared. 30i squared is negative 30. 10 minus 30 is negative 20 plus 35i. Let's go ahead and FOIL number 5. So I'm going to get 2 minus 3i minus 8i plus 12i squared. That's going to give me negative 12. So 2 minus 12 is negative 10 minus 11i. Go ahead and FOIL this one. That's going to give me 2 minus 8i plus, or that's negative 2i minus 8i squared. That's going to give me a positive 8 plus 2 is 10 minus 10i. All right, if we multiply this out, this is going to be 3 plus 2i times 3 plus 2i. Go ahead and FOIL that out. That's going to give me 9 plus 6i plus 6i plus 4i squared. 4i squared is negative 4, so 9 minus 4 is 5 plus 12i. Go ahead and FOIL this one out, write it twice. That's going to give me 49 minus 7i plus I squared. I squared is negative 1, so that's going to give me 48 minus 14i. All right, so we want the conjugate, so that's negative 12i. That's going to give me positive I. That's going to give me negative 2 minus 4i. That's going to give me 9 plus I root 3. Those are the conjugates. Let's multiply the top and bottom by negative 9i. So on top, that's going to give me negative 36i. On bottom, that's going to give me 81i squared. That's going to give me negative 36i over negative 81. That's going to become positives. On this one, I'm going to multiply top and bottom by 10i. So that's going to give me negative 30i plus 20i squared. On bottom, that's going to give me 100i squared. So on top, I'm going to wind up with negative 20 minus 30i over negative 100. And reduce everything by 10 and by a negative. So that's going to give me 2 plus 3i over 10. Number 15, we're going to multiply top and bottom by the conjugate. So let's go ahead and FOIL that together. That's going to give me negative 20 plus 40i minus 28i plus 56i squared. On bottom, that's going to give me 16 minus 64i squared. So this is going to be a negative 56, so that's negative 76 plus 12i. There's no I there. over, that's going to give me a positive 64. So that's 70. And that's, let's see, I could reduce everything there by, so then let's see, 76, let's see, 2 goes in everything, so that's going to give me negative 38 plus 6i over 35. That's the reduced version. That's a tougher one. So that's going to give me 3 plus 2i on top, 3 plus 2i on bottom. If I FOIL the top, I'm going to get 18 plus 12i plus 12i plus 8i squared. On bottom, that's going to give me 9 minus 4i squared. So on top, that's going to give me a negative 8. So that's going to give me 10 plus 24i over 15. That's all done. And that should be good for today's lesson. I hope it all went well. Let me know or your teacher know if you need any help. Have a great day.